If you have a tiny human at home, you know that tantrums can happen at any time. This morning, Katie Dilzell from the Parenting Center is here with some practical tips to help parents prevent those meltdowns, act calmly, and navigate those big emotions. Katie, I think this is definitely something I'm going to need in a couple years, but let's talk about how do we prevent these tantrums from even happening in the first place?
Yes, so we know that tantrums are a normal developmental milestone that, all toddlers and young children have tantrums at some point, but most parents would agree that they'd rather avoid them if possible.
Amen.
So step one is typically just sticking to a regular routine. We know that young children thrive when they know what to expect.
Yes.
So especially when it comes to things like sleep and meal times, you want to keep as regular a routine as possible. It's also a good idea to offer choices when you can. This gives your toddler some sense of control, right? So it's time to put on shoes. Do you want to wear boots or do you want to wear your red shoes? We need to go to the car. Do you want to walk or do you want me to carry you? Also avoid abrupt transitions. A lot of kids struggle with transitions.
Yeah, that can be a lot. Change is hard for anybody, especially for little kids.
And a toddler who's busily doing something that they enjoy doing, asking them to stop and start something new can be really hard. So just a 5-minute or a 2-minute warning can make a big difference.
And once you're in that tantrum phase, how do we kind of calm that down?
Well, yes, sometimes you can do all of these things
and it still happens.
Yes. So step one is just prioritizing safety. You want to make sure your child is safe. You want to make sure that everyone around them is safe. And sometimes that means removing them from the trigger. Also, sometimes the trigger is the adult saying no, right? So you do want to set limits with empathy. If your child is asking for a cookie right before dinner, instead of just saying no, you can say, I know you like cookies, so do I. Would you like one after dinner? And that way you're still maintaining the boundary, but you're not flat out saying no. For this age, kids are just learning to label their feelings, right? They can't manage them before they know what these feelings are. So teaching them vocabulary like sad, angry, disappointed, frustrated. And then, last but not least, the most important thing the adult can do is just stay calm.
Yes.
Offer comfort.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, but model the behavior that you want to see, for sure.
Exactly. Well, some great tips, Katie. Thank you so much again. Mental notes on all of these. I need them now, so I'm going to start practicing them now. Thank you so much. The Parenting Center has several upcoming classes this month, including sessions on having the talk, online safety, and managing challenging behaviors. You can find all those details on our website, wwltv.com.